So I'm in Berlin. I've been here on Saturday to attend a women's march. Many of you may have seen the hashtag 120 decibels. It's a viral video that spread across the internet.
Ich bin Mia, Maria und erstochen. Ich wurde in Malmö vergewaltigt. Ich wurde in Rotherham missbraucht.
Sie könnten ich sein und ich könnte sie.
I reached out to that group because I believe they were based in Germany. I've got in contact with them and they've invited me along today to come to their first ever action. So we're going to see who they are and what they're about. Can I ask you, what's the movement about?
The movement is about the imported violence against women, and this violence is negated by the media and is not talked about. And every woman that has raised her voice has been called a racist and some other bad words.
So in Germany, you don't feel that anyone's representing the women that are coming under attack, under violent attack?
Well, now. Not of the mainstream media, but now there's this new movement called 120 decibel, and this is representing the women.
We've got the feeling that this topic of migrant assaults, assaults coming from migrants who come from a different cultural background, this topic is being swept under the carpet. I mean, our freedoms are actually cut down by this immigration because we don't feel like we can walk around in short skirts anymore when it's getting dark.
What would you say to the mainstream media, who I've already seen labelling you as far right?
We don't see each other as far right. We see each other as people who try to stand up for or against criminality or violence against women. So today we wanted to disturb an event, and this event is going to be about sexual assaults in the filming industry. And it's not really about assaults, but about inconvenient feelings that you have when you work as a woman in the filming industry, and it is mostly about this whole MeToo thing.
Bestimmte Kartelle des Schweigens auch zu brechen, ja? Dass wir nicht eine Skandalisierung haben, wir beziehen das auf einen Fall, sondern es geht eigentlich um den
So after all the commotion had died down, I caught up with Alina one last time to find out her thoughts on how the event went down.
I would have loved if we could have had the possibility to discuss the topic, because that was our aim. Our aim was to talk about this thing, but apparently they weren't interested in any discussion with us.
You see all this glamour, really, it was all a glamorous event. And they're not talking about any of these issues.
I think it's mind-boggling because I wonder, they were talking so much about solidarity, and I was wondering, where is your solidarity to the victims of real sexual assault, the victims of rape and of murder? Where is your solidarity? Where are the tents and the events for these women and for those who are afraid that this might happen to them too?
I had a conversation with a lady on the way out, and if I just get comparison to what's currently happening in Europe, whether it be in Sweden or in Germany, why are there no events like this to talk about the violence from migrant men?
Because I think Germany is a really difficult spot to talk about that.
Do you think
of Nazis, because we have our background.
Do you think it has anything to do with, do you think the reason why it's so difficult is because people like yourself would call them Nazis?
Yes.
So but you've made it difficult to talk about?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, well, that's just exactly the point. We are not allowed to talk about it because of the history.
Yeah, because
and she even admits it, that we are not allowed to talk about it. This means that as soon as a woman gets raped or murdered, she cannot stand up for herself and say, this happened to me, it was caused by a migrant. And I cannot talk about. This is a way of shutting our mouths against our will. It's a very effective way of silencing us, and it's funny that she even admits it.